I just had energy rush through me when they asked that question, because there's so many different situations, again, from, you know, working with a 7-year-old child where you're laughing hysterically and then trying to choke back tears the next minute, you know, and I can't think about her. She's just hits me so hard in my heart. But, you know, seeing Jay Cutler compete last year on stage where I grew up, you know, idolizing him, and then reading about him in magazines, and then like him texting me and like, holy crap, you know, and after 50,000 hours of just intense work and strength in your hands to be able to do what I do, it was rad spending a couple weekends in you know, Vegas in his house with him, and it's crazy, you know. You get the after pictures, and I always crack up because you get, I was like, you know, some dude sending you a picture of his underwear flexing, but he's like, oh my god, look at this, you have that inch to my chest, and it's like, you're like, yeah, you just get jacked. And when I was doing the video with Guy's sister Nino, a really good friend of mine, I was like, gosh, I'm exhausted, and I was like, I was hitting every pose with them. I'm on stage with my athletes, and I don't need to compete anymore for satisfaction. My world is trying to get strong as I can for my clients. I mean, this is my 14th hour today. I got up at 4 a.m. my time, and I've gone nonstop. I can, you know, and I can with ease. So everyone is so important, and I think about everyone a lot when I'm away. I can't leave a stone unturned, and that's why when you only have a certain amount of time and people are like, you know, in severe pain, and they're hoping, wishing, praying you can fix them, and I'm going to show up and I'm going to do that. I can't explain to you the rewards in that. I can't. You know, I was a pretty avid basketball player. My goal was always to dunk a basketball, and I did achieve that. It was awesome. I used to stare at that Michael Jordan poster on the wall of him coming across the line. I've got it out in my studio there in a 10-foot room out there too. That's where it began, as far back as that, and even watching Conan and seeing Arnold, you know. And growing up, my entire bedroom wall was bodybuilders and snowboarders hitting huge kickers, because I grew up an avid snowboarder, and my dad's real high up ski patrol. And you know, Jenny McCarthy, which I joke my wife looks like, and you know, all the people I idolize in real, you know, awesome cars and motorcycles, and you realize like 15 years later, you're like, oh my gosh, I've been a ski patroller at that mountain. I've owned those cars. I've met these people. I'm hanging out with these people. It's like, what? It's almost like a vision board, you know, and you're like, well, that's kind of impossible from 2,500 miles away. You know, and you grow up, and it's been a long day. So you hit me in the sweet spot, because I obviously take on a lot of electricity. You caught me in a real good moment. I always had a lot of dreams, and I always just thought a little different. And I guess as your dreams get more extreme and more intense, and you have the superficial ones where I want to make so much money and they start happening, you know, I began in sports. I came out because I loved the snow. I wanted to go to college. I went to massage therapy school. I became general manager at 24 Hour Fitness when I was 20, but then I ended up back in massage therapy. So I guess, as much as I'd love to tell you my goal was to exactly do what I'm doing, it wasn't. It was to change the world in some way or another. And yeah, I don't believe in depression, but I can tell you, spending probably 50,000 client hours with people, and you know, having grown up in a real small town where there's just limited thinking, and the amount of things that I've studied with psychology and energy work and the laws of attraction, like I said, my dreams just keep getting more extreme. But I guess the whole answer to your question the long way around is I ended up becoming and doing and being exactly what I was supposed to all along. And I think more so the answer to your question is figuring out who you are. And I guess I had this talk with my dad a little while ago, and I said, he's like, man, you know, the gentleman I'm named after is a war hero. It's like big shoes to fill. My grandfather was a World War II vet, a sheriff for 20 years or 30 years, and a state trooper for 20 years. Big shoes to fill. My dad's the hardest working man I've ever seen. Big shoes to fill. You know, I'm just being me. I'm just doing what I do. I'm just doing what I love. And when you can share experiences with clients and isolate yourself and almost put myself in the theta state, turn on music and have a client walk in and smile really, really well, and all of a sudden just feel energy change, and all of a sudden she starts bawling. I just lost my mom. What are you going to do? Put your arms around her. So I'm just doing what I guess I always was meant to do, and now I'm trying to get so freaking good at it that I can remove pain, whether it's an athlete or someone with just false beliefs. And we're not going to get started in the medical system. I don't want to get angry. There's a major disconnect, and I'm going to fix that somehow. To me, I mean, it's everything. I mean, to me, the biggest guys in the sport are the guys who can eat the most and are the guys whose tissue can repair the fastest. I mean, it's kind of how it works, you know. So if you can recover quickly through even, you know, your regular massage down the street where it replaces a few hours of sleep, your circulation, foam rolling, you know, Epsom salt baths, hydration. You know, if you can perform at 100%, well, that means you're going to improve. If you're not recovering, then you're either staying the same or you're going backwards, which means if you're trying to move forward too much and you're going backwards, that just means injury. You know what I mean? So if you talk to Arnold, there was no overtraining. It was how much you're eating and sleeping. That's just how it works. You know, so recovery to me, everything. It's nuts, man. This is like the 4th shirt I've put on today, just from soaking my shirts. You know what I mean? I started at 6 a.m. It's 8 o'clock tonight. You know, with an hour lunch. I don't use knuckles. I don't use tools. I use my elbow, you know, to release the knots like bubble wrap, and I literally use these 2 fingers, and you can see that blister right there, which is like calloused over, and some blisters on these fingers because I literally pull tissue apart. You know, it's crazy. I mean, paper cuts are bad news in this business. One of my good friends in Cairo came in one morning. He's like, "What are you doing?" My hand had split one morning. My finger did, so I super glued it shut, and I was sanding it so it was nice and smooth for my clients. You know. And he's like, "Dude, you're crazy." I said, "No, I got people in pain. I'm just not that guy to, can we reschedule? No, you're in pain." You know what I mean? I'm not the type of guy to leave a paper towel on the floor. In fact, if you're the jerk that just left yours on the floor, I might pick that up too. So, gosh, I mean, dude, I've gone to work with cut feet. In New York, on one of my trips, I got the flu, and I let everyone know. They're like, "Okay, see you soon." I ended up losing 29 pounds in about 11 days. And I was like literally blowing my nose, and the only thing that was coming out was blood. You know, until finally I got a Z-Pack from one of my medical doctors. Luckily I was working at a medical office one day. Or who knows what, it could have turned into pneumonia, I don't know. But it's just, you know, I grew up, like I said, doing hard labor, and you just work till work gets done. And when it's people relying on you, I mean, I canceled a few sessions because I literally, I had to take a 4-hour nap to drive an hour. I couldn't, I was so weak. And I had Anthony Champagne His arms were like the size of my waist. He's such a nice guy. He's huge. I remember working at Aggressive Nutrition in Brooklyn at the end of that trip, and it was after the whole day, and I got through, and everyone was like, oh my gosh, and I was like, I'll be right back, and they didn't know I was like half puking and half like just losing my guts in the bathroom like every 20 minutes, sweating, and I was like on liquids, and I couldn't eat anything, couldn't drink anything, and I couldn't open my bottle at the end of the day. I had to have him because I was so weak, but I work on pro bodybuilders most of the day. You know, so no one really knows or understands what I go through, the cramping, and just now normally in a week I'll lose 10 pounds. I'm trying to hold on to it. You know, I've got, you know, a lot of my products that I use from a lot of my athletes just to get as much protein in me at least as I can to maintain. And I mean, it's crazy, dude. I still got to train tonight, get a quick pump in. I've got 14-hour day the next 2 days, and I'm driving across the country, and I got like 150 hours in New York, New Jersey, and now I'm booking out there in August because the trip filled up too much. So I'm trying to get stronger, and I'm trying to improve through all this. I don't have a choice, man. My dreams and goals are huge, which just means my clients are, you know, gonna get fixed quicker.